My name is Casey Letsholo. I'm a 23-year-old young lady who resides in Metsimotlabe, a village just on the edge of the heart of Gaborone. I'm also a master's degree student in the University of Botswana studying educational technology, who's now an author, a recently published author who published her first autobiography called She Found Her Power on the 24th of March. I am also a volunteer marketing specialist for Destination Imagination, particularly a department called Discovery Club. And I'm also a motivational speaker as well. I started my standard one when I was doing 5 years old. I just recently turned 5 years old. And I just finished my bachelor's degree when I was 22. So it didn't take too long for me to get a scholarship. And after I got a scholarship, I just got back to school to pursue my studies in educational technology. The book I wrote is called She Found Her Power. It's a masterpiece that was motivated by the words by Kristen Mason Miller, which said, at any given moment, you have the power to say this is not how your story is going to end. It actually drives to motivating the youth like myself, both older, my age, and younger, to saying you have the power to determine your tomorrow. You don't have the power to determine how your past was or the things or series of events that happened in your past life, but you have the power to say, my tomorrow is going to be like this. So use that past, the things that you went through in your past to actually try and fix a better tomorrow for yourself and for your future. During an upbringing or during general upbringing, we encounter a lot of challenges. Firstly, we encounter a lot of bullying and seclusion from people who you believe are your friends, who turn out to be just people who are there for a series of or a short span of your lifetime. And on top of that bullying, there's an encounter of emotional abuse in the book. There's an encounter of physical abuse as well. There's an encounter of the character in the book experiencing that kind of abuse and actually seeing it firsthand done to someone or people that they love. So that on its own can leave a wound on someone's memories, or it can actually break someone's soul within. But what I'm trying to say to people out there is that She Found Her Power is actually a masterpiece that tries to say you can use all those painful moments or all those adversities that happened in your past life to gaining strength from them and to motivate that history does not repeat itself. She Found Her Power is also a masterpiece that relays the academic life, the challenges that have the character has went through in her academic life, trying different ventures like politics, trying different ventures like school, trying to fit in with friends in school, the kind of bullying that they relate to her in school, and how she just managed to pull back, and how when she pulled back, things started unraveling. It also talks about young motherhood. As young mothers, we find that in this generation there are a lot of young mothers. So with that being said, they go through so many different challenges, from the partners that they're with to their households, reactions from parents on how they manage to get kids at such a tender age, and the challenges which are financial, emotional, and just physical, the changes that happen to a young woman. So She Found Her Power also relays the experience of the character's young motherhood and how she managed to juggle that with her school and everything else that's happening. She Found Her Power is for everyone. You can just remove the S and it becomes He Found, even though there's the her power. But even if it talks about a girl child, it also talks about the environment that should be relayed around that girl child, and that includes the males who are also within the community of that girl child. They also have to learn how to relay or how to make that society conducive for that girl child. So She Found Her Power actually teaches everyone, both the girl child and the boy child and their elders, on how they can actually relate with people who go through different challenges. So even as a male, you get to learn one or two things about how women actually go through or how they experience certain chapters of their life. And that way you get to make better decisions or informed decisions on how you want to support those people on the things that they encounter or what they go through. That way we make a better tomorrow and we make a conducive environment for all. So it's actually a book that tries to teach more about conduciveness, about peace, and about harmony within both genders, even though it talks mostly about the girl child, but the boy child is also involved in that upbringing, and there's no way we can seclude him from the girl child. A lot of people are interested in the book. Older people our age, males, females, like different age groups. And that's also a shocker, because for me, when I wrote the book, I was mostly targeting the youth. But when I started seeing elders actually reading the book and giving me reviews on how they read the book and how motivating it was for them, it looks like She Found Her Power actually opens their eyes on things that are happening in this generation and how they can respond to that, how can they can assist the youth on what's happening in this generation. So the kind of message it relays is motivation. The kind of message it relays is an eye-opener for everyone who's around, to saying, but the society is built on this, and this is what we can do to help this not to happen, or to help contain this kind of situation. So it touches different age groups, it touches different genders in different ways, depending on the level of life that you're in and what you're currently experiencing. For the youth, mostly, they talk about how they went through similar types of abuse in different ways, but closely similar, and how that on its own motivated them, who were close to giving up, and how it motivated them to say, you know what, I can actually get back up. This kind of abuse that I went through, if this character was able to go through that and is where she is at the moment, then the same thing can happen to them. So in all honesty, I'd say it motivates different people in different ways. To single mothers, the words of encouragement that I can give is that child is a blessing, and there's no way it can be reversed. Bottom line is, we have to take responsibility for our actions, and that includes bringing life to the world. And what I can encourage them is to love that blessing and embrace it, and look at it as motivation for you to work hard, because now you're not working hard for one person, you're feeding two people. Look at it as motivation to grow yourself, and look at it as the second phase of your life, that you're no longer a child, now you're responsible for someone. So try and find power and solace in saying, with the responsibility that I brought, it's a lifetime thing, it's not just the once off. Take that and build on it, grow it, so that your child can make better decisions tomorrow. So just find motivation in the challenges that you go through, and just know that the top of one mountain is the bottom of another, so just keep climbing. The book is available on Amazon as an ebook. It's also available as a hard copy to me. You can contact me on 77624238 via phone call or WhatsApp, or you can also follow me on Facebook at Casey Casey Letsholo if you are willing or you want to purchase the book. Very soon it will be available in a few bookstores like BW Made. I'll be partnering with them so that they can actually help to distribute the book to people who are not in close proximity. But even in this case, I still do that as well. So if you are willing to access the book, you can access it through me.